I'm afraid that I won't be videoing a new episode for the series today. We're under a winter storm warning here in the Ozarks right now, and it is currently 7 degrees. And Gracie has informed me that she's due for a snow play day, that we're not going to be working on it today. And I agree with her. The archery range is still here and still ready. Target face is available, but I'm not going to be standing out and pulling back on them today. We're experiencing again a winter storm warning, and it's supposed to end up 10 to 12 inches. So I've got a few chores to finish, so I won't be able to get my video and get my editing done in time for this one. But what I would like to do for you, about a month ago, right at the end of the archery season, I was able to go out during another snow and actually get a nice little video of scouting for next season's bow hunting stands. It was a fun little trip, so I would like to take this time to do this as a little bonus episode for you. So hopefully you'll enjoy this and maybe pick up, if not entertainment, maybe a little piece of advice somewhere in there that may help you along on your bow hunting journey also. So enjoy this one, and hopefully we'll be able to come back next week with another episode in the series. Mr. Fred Bear is accredited with publishing 10 rules for hunting. We're going to be showing basically rule number 10 today. Next season's hunt begins right at the end of this season's hunt. I'll list his 10 rules for hunting, and you can follow along with those in your activities as you begin your bow hunting journey. And this is rule number 10 that we'll be going by today when we do our scouting episode. That's right, baby. Oh. You're gorgeous, baby. We have just begun the second week of January, and I'm gonna take you on a little walk with me. We just had the basically the first major winter event of this winter season here in the Ozarks, and it left things well, beautiful. We've got at least a 1/4 of an inch of ice on things. We had a little snow come down on us after that, and it has built a winter wonderland for us. I have a camera out that was on a well-used trail, deer trail, that I had found a couple of weeks ago. So I had it under a cedar tree, so I think it's was protected from most of the ice and everything, but I'd like to check on it and make sure. And with a little bit of snow on the ground and better tracking conditions, I want to take a look at it, walk down this thing, kind of get a late season scout in, see what's going on there, if I can see any real good features that have the deer coming that way. I know most likely the reason they were using it as heavily as what they were when I found it is that a neighbor's property has a field out there on it, and in late season they do a lot of their feeding out toward the edges and out in these fields. So I know that's what they were headed out to, but I also know that it is a year-long used trail. So now that I can see the trail better, have some footprints in it, see what's going on, we're gonna walk out there just a little bit and see if I can find some features, the reason that they stay in it to begin with. So come along with me. It's beautiful, it's pleasant. A little bit of clouds, a little bit of wind blowing, but when the sun comes out, it's absolutely gorgeous and absolutely beautiful with the sun glinting off the ice. And it should be interesting. I'll take the time to mention it is still deer season in Missouri. Goes to January the 15th. Do not have my bow with me today. There's absolutely zero chance of being quiet or stealthy in the conditions that are out here right now. But one thing that I do have, I did bring my my coyote medicine out here with me. Last night, letting my pets out before bedtime, the coyotes were in my pasture back over here, and they just went absolutely nuts. So I'm protective of my pets, and my dogs are protective of their boundaries, and I don't want them to clash. So in coming out here, we've got fresh deer tracks in the snow, but along with those, we also have fresh coyote tracks that were coming through. So again, I don't have my bow with me. Its conditions are not conducive to being able to stalk within 15 yards to get a shot on a doe on this go out. But I do want to go check this camera, make sure that the camera is not covered in ice, take a little closer look at this trail, see if I can find something that's going to be good for a setup for next year that's coming on. So I'll bring you back when I get to the camera. This trail that is cutting through it works its way into the timber, goes all the way down from west to east in this little section of timber, and it actually goes right by another stand that I've had there for a dozen years. That stand's always been extremely productive early season. I've got it positioned on this trail and within a persimmon grove, and those deer absolutely love the persimmons through that area. I've killed multiple deers off of it prior in my compound bow hunting days, and this year actually my son killed his personal best out of that stand with his compound bow, and he'd not been able to hunt in years, and I gave up my time to get. It's the only stand I had set this year, and I was pretty certain that he would see some deer out of it and have a good opportunity, and he did not let me down, and I was very proud of him. But I know where this trail goes. The next one I'm about to take you to, where the camera is further down along this fence line that goes down. It's going to top the little ridge right there and start to break over into a small little drainage creek down at the bottom. And that was a fantastically well used trail, and that's where the camera is. I'm not going to make you have to endure listening to me crush through all of this snow and ice. It's an exercise in futility to attempt to walk quietly in any of this. But we'll go there. I want to grab the camera, make sure that it's not covered in ice, that it's still functionable. If not, I'll take it back into the house, get everything thawed out, check batteries and everything. If it looks like it's still running okay, then I'll probably follow that trail out a little bit and find a suitable area that I would like to check on some movement in the woods that's there. So we'll check back in as soon as I get over to the camera. Well, good news. The camera was protected. I had it on this cedar tree there at the base on this trail coming through this way, and when I topped the ridge up there, had a nice doe standing right there. So I'm sorry I didn't get her on camera for you, but you know, I had the camera in my back pocket and walking down the thing, and by the time I moved it around and tried to get everything ready, she wasn't going to stand for that much activity. But it's nice enough they're still out here moving around. She was a beautiful young lady. So what I'm going to do now is follow this trail on through just a little bit, see if I can find what it is exactly that they like using this. My theory is they use these thicker cedar areas that are through here as their bedding areas, and I expect to find some evidence of that. And right now, using this trail to come on back through and head to the field over on the other side. So, well, let's continue the journey, see what we come up with, and when I find points of interest along the way, I'll let you know. Well, I'm not far in off of the fence row trail back over there. Tracks that are in there look mostly like does and yearlings that I'm coming through, but already I'm coming through right back over here. We'll walk over to it real quick, but it's off of the fence line, and already there's a little grove of persimmon right here. I don't know if they're producers or not. Persimmon come in male and female species, so only the females bear the fruit. But a couple of small ones right there, and one right over here. We will come back in later this year. I'll keep an idea of where this is, follow it along, see if I find something I like even better. But we will keep this area in mind to come back and see if those trees produce later in the year. It might be something worthwhile. Come up on another little area here. Enough tracks going through, trail still going. They actually stopped and they've been rooting underneath the ground. Tearing up a little area through here. And right through here there's another persimmon tree growing right up through the middle of that cedar. Another persimmon tree right here. Looks like I see another one just ahead of me up here. Yep. You see a persimmon tree growing up right there. Again, right along these trails. See some just branching off in through these cedars. Some old rubs in here. So I think we've got an area over in here that is a funnel trail, as well as early season food source and bedding. This is looking very, very promising. Matter of fact, I may put the camera right back up right over in here. It'd be easy enough for me to get back to. And I don't know that the trail is that heavily used at the moment for me to pick up a lot. I'm going to wait and see if I find another little spot through here. I'm looking to see if there's and yeah, this tree that I'm looking at right back through here will probably be a good tree right there. I could get shots back along the trail back over here, coming back into it. I'm going to come back and see if any of these persimmon trees are producers. That's a very good option for next season. All right. Some interesting sign right here. So this is the trail I walked in on. When I come here, it appears that I have a trail coming from a bedding area It works, there's another one that works up that way. It's coming back down from the other stand, or the other trail that I told you I had a stand on already at the other end of this wooded area. And then we also have coyote that are following right along with the deer trail. I'm going to continue following the trail on this way. I'm almost certain that that's going to lead down into a little bottom area, into another little ridge over there that is most likely a good bedding area of theirs. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow this trail on out and see what it does. I'm at another little convergence, and I'm not far from where I stopped a moment ago. There's another one that's coming back in up out of, I assume, the bedding area also. We've got some fresh urination on the ground at that one. Another well-used trail, but it's working its way up here. Out here where the deer urinated. But they're all converging back up to this trail that I'm on right now. So that just makes me want to continue to follow it out further. Now, the trail split on me right back on the other side of that log right there. One went out that way, but I know that that leads back into another fence line that goes over there, and that hits a trail again that goes back to my already established stand. So I decided to come back and follow this one. Fresh tracks, fresh urination in the snow, so I know that they're using this trail right now. And I still have until the 15th to finish out my archery season and still try to score a bow kill with traditional tackle. So there's a good chance that I've got snow coming in today. It's supposed to start this evening, go to the weekend. Today is Thursday, so it's supposed to start about 5 o'clock this evening, snow through the night and into tomorrow. There's a chance that I may try to ease back out this weekend and pick up on a spot along one of these trails right here. It'll probably be ground hunting. I'm not going to try to bring in a stand and get put on ice-covered trees. As you can see, there's still a coating of ice on all the trees through here. So I'm not going to try to hang a stand on that. I will see if I can't find a little spot while I'm walking through here that's got a likely ambush spot. I like the look of it though. Sure is beautiful. Our good Lord does some miraculous work. I wouldn't trade my time coming through these woods for anything. This is much better than sitting in front of the television and watching Gunsmoke, although I love Gunsmoke. We're going to keep going. My suspicion was correct. We're coming back into some bedding area. Couple beds there. Another up here closer to the trail. Again, that kind of confirms my suspicion that they're bedding up in this area, taking this trail headed out to the field probably in the evening time. So as I come through this area, you know, I'm not too worried about disturbing the bedding area this time of year. I've got a week left of bow season. You know, it's better for me to find these areas now so that I know to kind of back off on them just a little bit when I set my stands up for next year. So I'm going to be looking for spots out on the edge of these little brush thickets. Deers love to travel the edge anyway, so you see that they're thicker up along this little area over in here. The woods open up more on this side over here. Not too far over there is another fence line with a bush hog trail that comes down to it. So if I find a spot that I like, I will be able to go to that, walk straight back up into it, and be able to approach my stand site quietly. I still kind of like that first tree that I saw back there early, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk this out a little bit more and see if I come across anything else. Well, if this tree is a producer, we may be onto something. I love the way this little section looks. Right along the trail, the thicker area in behind, trail coming right by. The only thing I don't like about it, if my bearings are good, I'm not very far off a stand that I've already got put in here. And there's another trail that leads further deeper that goes down and breaks down and comes back in this way. And I'm pretty sure I know where that trail comes out. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow this trail that I'm already on. If it leads back into the trail that I've already got my existing stand on, then I'm going to go back out around, check the edge of another little field that I feel like the other branch of this trail is going to go on to. So I'm going to walk this out, see if my hunch is correct, or it feels like I'm going in the direction of the stand that I've already got set up in there. I'm going to check that out and I'll get back with you. Well, my hunch was correct. I was in the section of woods that I already had my existing stand. That stand has been in place for over a dozen years. Been productive every year. I knew that trail was already existing, and the one I was on, I followed it out just over there. We'll walk back up to it in just a second, but persimmon tree right there that produces another nice persimmon tree right in there that produces. So I mean, that was they were the reason. Persimmon tree right there. This has always been a wonderful spot, and I don't need to crowd that one, so I'm going to ease back out on this trail. Go back out and around to this trail that leads further into the interior. I thought this area was looking quite familiar. Beautiful, beautiful little area. There we go. So this is the trail that is on. The stand is right back over there where the trail splits. Right back over there, it has one that comes right in front of the stand, and then this trail comes right in behind it. And honestly, earlier this year, I had the deer following this trail, and the only deer that I've ever taken a shot at with a traditional bow was out of that stand. They came through this spot. Wind was blowing back toward the deer from the southwest. There was 2 deer, 3 deer. The middle deer wanted to get over those persimmons so bad he could absolutely taste it. It was late season. There were no persimmons left on the tree, but there must have been one under the leaves that this deer was smelling, because once they got just a little ways up here, she actually winded me, and they all 5 ran off. But then they turned around and they started working their way back in again. And the one deer headed over toward those persimmon trees, absolutely on edge. Every muscle was tense in it. And when it got close enough, I've got to tell you, this was the first opportunity that I ever had to draw my bow back on a whitetail, my traditional bow. And my heart was pounding out of my chest. It was the most wonderful thing. It was just fantastic. I haven't felt that feeling in years. It's another big reason that I'm hanging with traditional archery, to get that feeling back again. I ended up, long story short, I shot over the deer. When it got into an opening that was there, I had never had an opportunity to come out and clear shooting lanes for that stand. So I had one hole to shoot in. And I hit the hole, but the deer wasn't in the hole anymore by the time my arrow got there, so it ended up shooting high. But it was fantastic. It hooked me. The great part about this, I started practicing with that recurve. I bought it in August of 2024. That was late November. Might have been the first week of December that I had that opportunity. In that time, I progressed enough to where I felt confident enough to chase animals with that recurve. That's why I invite you to come along with me for this coming year. I'm going to go through the whole reason for traditional hunting, traditional woodsmanship, and traditional archery. We're going to put together a whole series on this. This is just the beginning of it, this late season scouting, because I'm going to take you from choosing the bow, to practicing with the bow, to learning what type of bow to shoot. And when I say learning, I'm not coming to you from an expert point of view. I'm coming to you from somebody that has hunted for over 50 years. I've got archery knowledge, but most of that has been in the compound world. I'm brand new to traditional archery, so I want to be learning right along with you. So it's going to go from choosing the bow, to the shooting style, to learning traditional woodsmanship, to finding the area where we want to put the stands, which is what we're doing right now. And we're going to follow through the entire season to go that way. So I want you to come along with me. It'll be my journey, but I want you to take this journey with me. I think it's going to be a great one, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, let me take you back around to where this other trail is. All right. There's some good intel gathered on this little scouting venture. So this trail, heavily used. It's going into the stand that I already have set. Going into the woods, into another section of the woods on this side. I know already where it goes at on the other side. We'll do another video of that later on. Now I'm going to take you into the spot where I followed another little trail out that goes further down. And if I'm going to be setting an additional stand in this area, it's going to be down off this trail I'm about to take you to. And I'm also going to do it in a way that it's going to be a different wind situation than the one I've already got. So, you know, if whatever wind is blowing then I can just choose between the two to put the wind direction in my favor. So we're going to walk down this one. I'll walk out that trail just a little bit, and I'm not going to pick a tree or pick anything right now, because I want to do that late summer and get my shooting lanes cut, get everything cleared out at that time, and then I'll be set to go for next season. Let's go take a look at it. Trail coming up and through here. Down into a nice thick area. Persimmon trees just as soon as you walk in right here. Again, later on in the summer, I'll come back in and check this to see which ones are producing. But we got them right here. Nice sized trees. Established trail where you know that they're coming through this area. It's going to be easy and quiet to get into. I would love to get another persimmon. I would like to be on this side of the trail, I do believe. But I'm not going to say that I won't use something over here on a nice setup like this. 100% there will be a stand placed in here. That's just too good. Another persimmon, another persimmon. That tree right there actually has some promise. Maybe even this cedar back over here. Cut some limbs back out of it. It's going to give me cover. That's got very good promise right there, right on this trail. Okay, I'm going to back out of here, guys. I found what I got. That cedar, I think it's going to be the spot where I put one. I'm just going to cut some limbs back out of it. It'll be good cover for me. Along that little field edge over there, I've got 3 persimmon trees right here in front of it. Another grove of persimmons right over here. They're coming in. Oh yeah, we found a spot for a stand going in. I'm liking this. So I've got an established stand. I'm going to put one here. There's a real good possibility I'm going to go down to the other end once I check that out a little bit. And I know of another spot on the other side, so I know of 3 positive, maybe a 4th stand placement. I think we're covered. All right. This has been a productive little scouting trip. I'm very happy about this. Come back out to the field edge. It's going to be easy and quiet to get into. There's another group of persimmon right here. And that's going to be a beautiful dogwood come this spring. It's already an established trail coming through. I already knew about it, so I know they've been using this trail for years. My entrance will be from right back up this way, so I could get into it easily before daylight. Come catch my trail point. Slide right back into it. Yep. And there is a very productive time in the woods. This has been way beneficial for me. I'm a happy camper right now. This is going to be a spot where venison can hit the freezer. Thanks for tagging along with me on this little venture. I'll see you next time out. Friends, I'm going to finish this out on this note. Scouting is fun. It's great. You're spending more time out in the woods, and anytime you're out here in the woods, it's to be cherished.